Where was the layover? Hey crew, welcome back to my channel for another video. For those of you who are new, my name is Bridgette. I'm a New York City based flight attendant and I am going back to work. It feels so weird to say that because I haven't worked in a while, but I'm working a 3-day domestic trip. I am the lead position and I'm running late, so I gotta go. See you in the next clip. Hey crew, so as you can see, I am on the aircraft. It was a bit of a journey just to get here. The flight that I was trying to non-rev on, unfortunately, I was not able to get on because it was oversold. So I had to run from the concourse that I was in to the next one in order to try and get onto another flight at the last minute, because my plan B was to wait for another flight to go to JFK and then take an Uber from JFK to LaGuardia. I'm thankful that I didn't go with plan B and I went with plan C because I got here on time and just had to ride the shuttle from one terminal to the next. Sorry, that is that. I don't think I told you where we were going today. It is one leg to Chicago and that's about it. And I'm flying with a new hire. This is her second trip, so I'll see you guys when we get to Chicago. Hey crew, why is it so yellow? So I have made it to the hotel. This is not any better. You're gonna have to excuse the lighting in this hotel. It is very yellow. We are in Chicago, one flight, and that's about it. There's not really much to crew debrief because nothing happened. It was very uneventful, which we love. The air conditioning has not turned on. And yes, I said air conditioning. I know it is winter, but I am a cold sleeper. I have to sleep cold and nothing is coming on. All right, before I start unpacking, I'm gonna have to figure that out, or I will have to change rooms because I will not be able to sleep hot. There's not much for me to tell you guys this evening because nothing really happened. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Okay, so quick update is the thermostat still is not moving. I tried calling downstairs, but they're dealing with a lot of people coming in and other crews from different airlines and handling problems with their reservations. So no one answered the phone. So I just came from downstairs and told them that, asked if it was possible for maintenance to come up and check the system because it is not turning on, it's not moving, it's not clicking on nothing, and it has not changed temperature since I've been in the room. It's not unbearably hot in here right now, but I know myself and I know once I get into the bed and pull the covers on, I will be hot. I'm a hot sleeper in general, so I'd rather not deal with that. So hopefully maintenance does truly come up here soon because I'm starting to get tired. But for real now, I will see you guys tomorrow. I did not unpack my stuff just in case in the event that I would have to move rooms. I just took off my coat, checked the bed, and took my jewelry off, but everything is still in my bags. I didn't unpack my lunch, nothing. All right, enough of me rambling. I will see you guys in the next clip tomorrow, so have a good night. All right, you guys, I promise this is the last time I'm coming up here. Tonight, after my second time of going downstairs, ignore the line on my arm. It's from me leaning on here, waiting for someone to come. So I had to go downstairs the second time, and the maintenance man just came and he told me that it's not going to cool down because they do not have any air conditioning running during this time. It's only heat, so it's not going to get cooler than this other than with a fan or opening the window. So I'm waiting for a fan to come for me to plug in into the room. So that's my last update for you guys. And even if something else happens after this, you'll find out tomorrow morning. So I said I wasn't tired before, and now I'm tired. Have a good night. Good morning, crew. It is 11:51 a.m. local time. What time is Chicago on? I know it's not East Coast. What is it? Comment down below because I'm drawing a blank. But anyways, quick update to my schedule, which I felt in my spirit this was going to happen. Like I told you guys last night, or if I did not tell you guys last night, today is supposed to be a 4-leg day, but the first leg was supposed to be a deadhead, which meant that technically we were only working 3 legs. And a deadhead is basically when you fly as a passenger for you to be repositioned either the beginning, middle of your, or end of your trip, whether repositioning you to continue on your trip or bring you back to base. So we were supposed to deadhead from Chicago to Detroit, then work a Milwaukee turn out of Detroit, and then work 1 leg, the last leg, to Buffalo, where we're laying over tonight. Well, I got a notification on my work device saying that there was a change in my rotation, and I didn't even need to read it. I just knew immediately that instead of us deadheading, we were now going to be working the flight from Chicago to Detroit. So now we have 4 legs that we're working today. They're all short flights, but I haven't worked 4 legs in pretty much a year and a half. So we're going to put out positive vibes and energy that today is going to be a good day, uneventful, no problems. And when I get to the layover tonight in Buffalo, I will be able to reconfirm that with you guys. So I'm about to start getting ready. We are leaving to go to the airport at 1 o'clock, so I have a little bit of time. And that's about it. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. Hey crew, so we have just finished leg 1 of 4, and we were delayed leaving Chicago, so we're playing the catch-up game now to get our other legs on time. But it is snowing in Detroit. This is my first time seeing snow for the season, believe it or not, because it has not snowed in my area at all. But I just wanted to come in and check in with you guys and let you guys know. So far so good, uneventful, no problems, and let's keep it that way. Good morning, crew. I did not come and speak to you guys yesterday when I got to the hotel, and not for any reason in particular other than me being tired, because I'm not a PM flyer and this is a solely PM trip. For the most part, the flight was uneventful, so mission accomplished. I was able to come back and tell you guys that nothing happened on any of the 4 flights. So today is a 3-leg day. Today is you know what and you know who. I'll put on the screen, but I'm not going to say because I don't want to jinx myself. But we're going to put out positive vibes and energy like we did yesterday. Today we're currently in Buffalo. I probably should have started with that. So we're in Buffalo. I will give you a glimpse of outside. We do Buffalo to Detroit, Detroit to Chicago, and Chicago to LaGuardia. Now this is where it gets a little sticky. Hold on, you guys look a little dusty. New York is supposed to be expecting a winter storm coming through starting today. And because of that, they sent out notifications that some flights will be canceled because of weather conditions, delays, and etc. And just my luck, one of those flights was my commuting flight home tonight, which was the last flight of the night. So now, you know, I always preach and scream from the rooftops that you need to have plan A to Z. I'm on to plan B, and literally the only other option, unless I start being creative and trying to find another way home tonight, which is running to American's Terminal to catch their last flight of the night at 10 p.m. and we land at 9. So you guys, cross your fingers, cross your toes that we get into LaGuardia early this evening for me to make a mad dash over to another terminal to catch a flight on another airline. That's my update for you guys. I need to start getting ready. The hotel does offer free breakfast, but this was a pretty much minimum rest layover and I was tired, so I chose sleep over food. So I won't be partaking in that, unfortunately, but you gotta take the consequences of your actions. So it's time for me to start getting ready, and I'm not gonna bore you guys with those clips, so I'll see you guys in the next clip. Hey crew, so quick update. I am in Detroit now. We finished leg 1 of 3. We have like a 3-hour sit here, but my last flight from Chicago to Orlando, I don't even know if I told you guys the route today. It was Buffalo to Detroit, Detroit to Chicago, Chicago to Orlando. Last flight is delayed an hour, which means I will be missing my commuting flight. So I need to sit down while I have time and figure out what my backup option is, if any, or I'll just be sitting in the airport until tomorrow morning to take the first flight, hopefully in the morning, home. So that's my quick update for you. I just bought myself Chick-fil-A. And yeah, see you guys whenever I have another update. Hey crew, so quick life update, work update, trip update, don't even know what to call it. It is currently 5:49 local time in Chicago. I probably should have started off with that. I'm in Chicago, and I was supposed to be, I think, leaving technically in 5 minutes or 6 minutes, but because there is a weather system running through New York and some of our crew is not here, specifically the pilots, we are sitting waiting in Chicago. So the flight is now delayed until 8:50, and that gives us an hour and 10 minutes, or sorry, an hour and 10 minutes before our timing out time for our duty day for the day. So I don't remember if I told you in the last clip that I was not going to make my commute, but if I didn't, I'm not going to make it because of this delay, but who knows what's going to happen at this point. So I will speak to you guys again whenever I have another update. Hey crew, so it is currently 12:40 a.m. And I'm just now getting to LaGuardia. I think tomorrow I will sit down and we'll have a crew debriefing because I really don't have the energy to give you guys the rundown. But basically, I am trying to still go to American's Terminal to see if I can catch a flight home because the flight is still delayed. So cross your fingers and toes for me, please, that I make this flight. And I guess we'll both find out in the next clip. So see you later. Hey crew, so as I was about to start exporting and editing this vlog, I just remembered that I did not come back and do a crew debriefing after the last day or go home day. I said I was going to come back the next day and that didn't happen. We are probably like a week and a half or a week from the end of that trip, but better late than never. So if I remember correctly, the last thing I said to you guys was that I got home at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I can't remember if I spoke to you guys in, where was the layover? Where was the layover? I know the first night was Chicago, but what was the second night? I'm about to look now because clearly my memory isn't going to help me out. If it will load, and this battery is about to die. Buffalo. Yeah, I wasn't going to remember that. So the second layover was in Buffalo. We were projected to have 3 legs that day. Buffalo to Detroit, 2.5 hour sit, Detroit to Chicago, and it was supposed to be a 1 hour sit. When we woke up in the morning, well, I should rewind. They were projecting weather in New York and sent the company a blast basically saying for all the New York based flight attendants and for those who commute, they're expecting weather, plan your commute accordingly. It will be affecting departures and arrivals, delays and cancellations, all of the above. So we found that out the day before and we were kind of concerned if it was going to affect us. It did. So in the morning when we woke up in Buffalo, it was a short layover. We did not have a captain on our last leg from Chicago to LaGuardia. And let me preface by saying, you guys know I'm a commuter. I was planning on trying to make the last flight of the night from LaGuardia back home with ample enough time. And one of the other flight attendants was also trying to commute home on the last flight of the night, but at another airline in another terminal. So we were starting to get concerned because when I woke up, there was not a captain on the flight, on the trip, on the leg, the flight, whatever. So throughout the day, I was constantly checking. They did put a captain, and then we did our 2.5 hour sit in Detroit, made our way over to Chicago, and that's basically where the trip fell apart. We sat in Chicago for 6 hours, or 6.5 hours, making it a total 9-hour sit for that day from both airports, and the flight kept being pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. There was a rolling delay because unfortunately the pilots were stuck in New York, and with the weather in New York, flights were getting delayed. So we thought we weren't going to make it out. We were also looking at our duty day because we started early, not very early, but we started in the morning, and we were not projected to get back to base until wee hours of the next morning. So it was a lot, and I was the lead flight attendant, so I was trying to keep an eye on everything and keep my crew informed, especially because we had a new hire flight attendant working with us. Shout out to Christine. So the pilots ended up making it. We later found out that the pilots were deadheading, and the crew that was working their deadheading flight, we found out that they had 10 minutes before they were about to time out. If they didn't take off within those 10 minutes, our pilots would not have made it to Chicago, and we would not have been going anywhere. So the pilots made it. We left very delayed. We landed in LaGuardia probably 12:30 in the morning, and you're probably wondering, well, Bridgette, there's no way there was a flight taking off to get you home at 12:30 in the morning. Yeah, that's what I thought. So my commuting flight was supposed to leave at 10 p.m. and it also was on a rolling delay. So I was stalking that like a crazy person, and crazy enough, my commuting flight delayed so far that I was able to catch it, you guys. And even crazier was, it wasn't even on my airline, meaning that I had to exit the terminal that my airline operates out of, wait outside for the shuttle, ride the shuttle over to the new terminal where the other airline operates out of, go through security, which was closed, but thank God, God was really looking out for me that night. They had like a small section open, and because I was in uniform, they let me go through security and get to the gate and get a seat. The flight, there were 7 people on the flight. I'm assuming the remainder people either took other flights, decided to wait until the morning or whatever, and I made it home. So I got home at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that is another example of the life of a flight attendant. Things do not go as planned, and you just have to roll with the punches. That's why I always tell you guys, if you're a commuter, you need to have a plan A to Z, backup plans on top of backup plans, because you never know what's going to happen. You don't know if the operation is going to fall apart. And yeah, it says it's go home day on your rotation, but that doesn't mean you're actually getting home. All right, enough of me rambling. I've been talking for 6.5 minutes. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. And as always, stay safe and see you soon.